All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get started on week 3 of Ultimate Launch, Develop Your Online Presence. So we've talked about a lot of things the first 2 weeks about your sphere of influence and your branding. All of those things are super important because we're getting into the next steps. And those steps are about putting all of that information out there for all of the eyes to see. So if you haven't completed week 1 and week 2, please catch up on that work. Like I said, I'm not going to check it. This isn't elementary school. You know, the teacher's not going to check your homework, but it is so important because you need to have those steps completed before you can really dive into putting yourself online and setting up those systems where you can see and be seen in the public eye. So that's going to be super important. Now, let's first jump into the very first thing I want to talk about is your agent website. Your agent website will be one of the very first things, or it should be one of the very first things that you are doing. And if you are in pre-licensee, which I see we have a couple pre-licensees with us, you are going to have access to your agent website once your license is done through the state, and then you formally onboard as an agent with Realty One. So for those of you in pre-licensing, this will come. You can work on the other things in the meantime, but for you licensed individuals, your agent website should be tight and operating before you start any adjustments anywhere else. You need to have your personalized branding on your website along with your About Me and your agent bio. Please provide your contact information. That's so important. And please make sure it's accurate. So we want to make sure that you have your email address on there, your telephone number on there, the best way to contact you. Let the public know, email me or call me or text me. So it's important to have that information on there and make sure that it's accurate along with your agent headshot. Why is your agent website the pillar of importance when it comes to putting your footprint online? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess of why it is the pillar of importance with your agent website? No? No? All right, I'll give you the answer since nobody's jumping in, is that when it comes to social media or any other site that you're going to be on the World Wide Web, you should be directing traffic back to your agent website. Your agent website is where all of your information is. It's where all of our listings are, all of your recent sales, all of your testimonials. We're going to go into a lot of different ways in this short training this week on how you can build out your agent website to make it really unique and really valuable for the consumers who are coming across. Think of your social media as a way to reach out to your sphere of influence and to provide updates to the community, people you already know, but you definitely want to send them back to your agent website because that, in essence, is your resume. So we want to make sure that that agent website is set up. It's unique. You have your value propositions on there. You have your call to action on there. It is your resume. All right, so some other things that we want to bring onto our website as a real estate agent is valuable content and resources. And this is optional, but I'm going to highly, highly, highly suggest that you do this. For those of you who are not new to my trainings, we've had trainings on it in the past. You've heard me say it a million times, that you need to be building out your website with valuable content and resources. And this happens, I say this for a couple of reasons. First, let's get into what are the value adds that you should be adding to your website. You can add a blog to your website. So this is simple as writing blog posts on topics that are relevant to your audience. So if your audience is your current market in which you live, this becomes very easy to write blog posts about tips about homeownership or getting pre-approved, or community events, things that's going on in the community, or maybe things that are going on in regards to real estate in the news. Now, I've talked to a lot of agents over the years who say, well, I'm not really a writer and I can't really come up with ideas, or it's hard for me to put things like that into words. And what the beauty of it is in the last couple of years is that we have more AI tools than ever before. So there is no excuse that you have to be some award-winning author to have a blog on your page. You can get a lot of valuable content ideas by using ChatGPT. It's free. I promise you it's free. You don't have to pay for the upgraded version, but it's as simple as plugging in ChatGPT and saying, hey, I am a real estate agent at Realty One Group Ultimate. I serve this community and I want to start a blog page on my agent website. I need 10 ideas about blog topics, and it'll pump you out 10. And then you can take that a step further and say, okay, I love these 3. So I'm going to copy and paste it. And then I'm going to put in my next chat, what I need is please write a blog article with the following title about, real estate tips for saving money around the house, or real estate tips about creating the perfect backyard space, or what you need to know before getting pre-approved for your home mortgage, or write me a blog post about, I'm sitting in New Brighton, so write me a blog post about what it's like to live in the city of New Brighton. So these are all blog posts that you can put on there, okay? Buyer and seller guides. You can offer downloadable guides and ebooks that provide valuable information for your buyers and sellers. If you haven't done so, I challenge you to go onto roguagent.com, our resource website, and check out the home buyer guide that is under documents and resources. One is already prepared for you. Now, this presentation, this home buyer's guide can be updated. You can put your own spin on it. You can make it your own. If you need the presentation, the editable version, we can definitely provide that for you. So you can make it more your own with your own flair and your own photo and your own text. We can totally do that. That's always available. You just have to ask for it. But this is a downloadable guide that you can add to your website as an additional value add. A frequently asked questions section. I love these. Like, you can have a page on your Realty One website just for frequently asked questions. And why go through all of this? Okay, so I've told you what you should be adding, but why go through all of this? Well, this is valuable content for your social media pages, whether you're going through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, doesn't matter. This is valuable content that is shareable with the click of a button. So if you posted a new blog post about how to make the perfect outdoor space for fall, because, we're heading into fall and that would be a great blog post to do, all you have to do is go to your blog page on the front end, not the back end of the system, but on the front end, like you're going to be a regular visitor. You find that blog page, you copy the URL, you post that into your social media platform, and it is going to pull up this little box that has whatever picture you use there in your blog, and it says, how to make, the perfect outdoor space for fall. And that is a clickable feed in which your sphere of influence and the people who follow you and the people that follow them then click on, and it's going straight to your website, where not only are they finding the blog, not only are they seeing you, it's your advertisement, but it's the hope that they start associating you with real estate, and then they start their home search online, and you're capturing their information that way. So that becomes a potential lead. Okay, so it all reverts back to your website. Your website should be your hub. You want to make sure that you have your services offered on there. What do you do? Explain to people. What do you do? Are you a buyer representative? Are you a seller representative? Outline what is unique to you on your website. And you want to have social proof and recognition. So include a page that has client testimonials on it. If you've received any awards, brag about those awards. Tell people, how great you've done in the past. And if you have any certifications, if you have increased your education and you have any certifications or any specialties, you should be telling people about that as well on your website. All right, so very first thing you want to do when you update your website is you want to think about your agent bio or about me, okay? So as all agents on board, we talk about the agent bio and the about me page. And If you onboarded with me, then you know that I've told you that I don't want to hear, hi, my name is Christina. I have 3 dogs. I graduated from Riverside High School in 1999. And then I went to Ellen Cowell's School of Real Estate. I have 3 boys, yada, yada, yada. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I care because I'm Christina. Okay. But nobody else cares, right? Nobody cares. So you want to make sure that your agent bio and about me section is about real estate. It's about who you are and what you can offer other people. People, unfortunately, your clients don't really care that I have 3 dogs. Nobody cares that I have 3 dogs. I love my dogs. Love my dogs more than anything in the world, but nobody cares because it doesn't correlate to business, right? So I often suggest writing your about me in 3rd person. Okay. So you want to take those attributes about yourself and you want to put those into a spin that correlates with you as a business owner, with you as a real estate professional. So I've broken this into a couple sections, and this would not be the headings that you see on here would not show up on your about me, but I've broken it down to be a little bit more digestible of the sections of your about me that should be present. Okay, so first would be about me. And remember, we're doing this in 3rd person. So this would be Christina Hoffmeyer is a passionate and dedicated real estate professional serving the Lawrence County area with 18 years of experience in the industry. She has had the privilege of helping countless clients achieve their real estate goals. Okay, so that would be my opener. And then you add that personal touch without talking about things that are so personal that have nothing to do with real estate. Okay. So then it would be real estate isn't just about buying or selling properties. It's about helping people find their dream home, make wise investments, and embark on new chapters of their lives. Christina's approach is rooted in building meaningful relationships with clients, understanding their unique needs and aspirations, and guiding them through every step of the process with care and expertise. So that would be my personal touch. Okay. So you see how we had the introduction of the agent, and then we have that more personal touch kind of centered in the middle. After that, you would want to put in your experience and your expertise there in the bottom. So start talking about what you bring to the table and how you're going to prove that you're going to bring that to the table, whatever that means to you. And if you are a brand new agent, just because you don't have any real estate experience doesn't mean you don't have experience. You have experience in something. Whether you worked as a server before you came to real estate, whether you worked in finance, whether you were a teacher or a nurse or whatever, you have life experience. Whether you are 18 or 80, you have life experience and you have something about you, something that you have learned, something that is unique and wonderful about you that will trickle down into your real estate business. So you just need to find those qualities. If you don't know what those qualities are, ask your sphere of influence. Okay, so ask the person that is closest to you who has no filter, and they will tell you what is wonderful about you and also what you need to work on. And constructive criticism is the best type of criticism that you can get. Next, you want to do a heartfelt closing statement. So you just kind of want to wrap it up. Buying and selling a home is one of the most significant decisions a person can make, and Christina understands the importance of having a trusted advisor by your side. Known for integrity, professionalism, and delivering results, she is dedicated to exceeding expectations and earning clients' trust every step of the way. Okay, so you kind of wrapped it all together with a bow and ended that. Now you notice this is broken down onto 2 pages because we've paragraphed it out and we have some titles for these that normally wouldn't be there. You want to keep it engaging enough to have somebody read through it and really understand who they are getting when they get a real estate agent, but it shouldn't be this big 3-page document. Most people lose concentration over about 30 seconds. So the whole bio should be about a 30-second read. Okay. You just want to make sure that they know that this is a person who these are their qualities and these are their attributes and this is how they can help me. This is their value proposition. Questions, comments, or suggestions on the About Me agent bio?
I have a quick question, Christina.
Yes.
So like you said, for example, just because, you're a newer agent doesn't mean that you have good qualities to state on there. And you use, for an example, as a server, which I have been a server and a bartender for a very long time. So like, what would you say I could write without stating that I was a server or a bartender that would show that I can like, fulfill their needs and gain their trust and things like that as an agent? Just basically saying that I'm like good with people and things like that. Is that what?
I would go back on the first thing that comes to my head is that you have years of customer service experience.
Okay, perfect. I like that.
Years of customer service experience. You tailor fit your services to the needs of your clients.
Okay. Perfect.
So, and again, you know me, I love AI, I love ChatGPT.
Yes.
If you don't know the answer, if it's really hard and you don't have somebody kind of like in your corner who you come to these with, like go into ChatGPT and literally put in I'm trying to isolate my attributes given my previous experiences as a server, as a bartender, as a nurse, as a teacher, as a blah, 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 blah. Bullet point me, skills list off that. And it'll tell you like customer service, attention to detail, ability to work long hours, listening skills. Like it'll give you the list, of things. And then you can take that and be like, okay, so this is my value proposition. This is my experience. These are my attributes. Now, how do I, because you're doing it now. So you're obviously going to do it in real estate because it is inherently embedded in you now.
Right.
And by the way, I think that servers and bartenders are just primed and ready to go into real estate.
Oh, that's perfect.
I love it. I love it. All right. So this is your non-homework. This page, just want you to jot down. Like I said, we're not checking it. There's no grades here. I'm not even going to ask for it, but this is just kind of your page to help you kind of jot down your notes about what makes you stand out from the crowd. So what I want you to do is I want you to jot down your past experiences and what skills you used to overcome those things. So again, Hallie said she's been a server and a bartender. So what made her a great server and a great bartender? Because that's what's going to make her a great agent. Before this, I was an accountant and then I got into real estate, so I understand a lot of the financial backgrounds of investing, which made me really great commercial and investment agents because I could do the math on it. I understood the math behind everything. So start jotting down those notes because you are going to need to do your agent bio about me section on your website. Just so that you do that through your zone profile. So you're going to go into your zone, you're going to go into your public information tab, and you're going to do your agent bio about me in your zone. You don't do it in your website editor. You do it in Zone, the same place where you upload like your headshot and you connect your social media. The rest of the stuff you would do on your website. So like adding community pages and blog, you would do on website editor in Wetsuite. All right, so let's talk social. Now that we've talked about kind of setting up your website, some things you should include. And by the way, if you need additional training on that, we do training on the One Mini Series. We will be bringing that back at the end of August, beginning of September. We did kind of take a break on that just because everybody has been so busy with the summer selling season. So we will bring that back and we will talk more about the website. But if you go on to roguagent.com on the One blog, we have done previous trainings on that. So you can walk through those trainings on how to add a blog and how to add community pages and how to update your background. All of those things are on there for you. But don't worry, when the fall comes and we're a little less busy with the current market, then we will have those trainings live again. All right, so business social pages. When we think about social media, we think about like our social media page as an individual, the one that like Aunt Nancy is on and like comments on all of our photos. But that's not what we're really talking about with business, with our real estate business. And although I think that some of your business should flow over into your personal page, you really need to have dedicated social media pages for your business. So the very first one of those is a Facebook business page. The audience for that is wide. So just about everybody has a Facebook page. My 7-year-old niece has a Facebook page. So literally just about everybody has a Facebook page. So it is a wide audience. It is a large net of people. But it is also the one social media platform that shows more success when it comes to real estate agents than any other platform. And of course, that may change as the years change, but as of right now, Facebook is the most popular when it comes to real estate and real estate professionals. So first thing you need to do is, if you haven't already, is you need to set up a Facebook business page. So keep in mind, this isn't personal. It's not a personal page. I have lots of agents go out and set up a personal page. You need to have a business page, okay? And you need to register your business on Facebook and start building that out. So a lot of people will ask, like, well, what should I name my page? Should I name it Realty One? No, because you're not Realty One. You would name it your name because you're a business owner. So if you look at my business page as a real estate agent, it says Christina Hoffmeyer, Realtor. That's what it says. Christina Hoffmeyer, Realtor. That's the name of my business page. And you should do the same. Now, I hear people say, like, well, don't I want to have Realty One on it? Don't I want people to know that I'm at Realty One? Yes, we're going to decorate your page. We will help you do the banners and put in your headshot and do the collateral through Brand Boost that will help people know that you're in real estate and where you're at and what you're doing. But the first thing is only you can open your Facebook business page. All right. So if you need help with any of these pages, your Facebook business page, your branding and your Brand Boost, please reach out to Kat and she can help you walk you through any of this stuff and get you connected to Brand Boost so that we have advertising going directly to your Facebook page for you in the background. All right, Instagram business page. Yes, you can have an Instagram business page. A lot of people don't know that. They're like, oh, you only get person. No, Instagram now has business page options. And they started that when Facebook bought Instagram. So if you don't know, they're now both the same company that are owned by Meta. So when you post to Facebook, you can actually set up your account that it automatically posts to Instagram too. So that's what I do because I don't use Instagram a lot. I use Facebook a lot, but I do have an Instagram. So when I post to Facebook, it automatically goes to Instagram. But you do want to have an Instagram business page too. So the audience with Instagram is not all the younger generation, but it does tend to be predominantly a younger generation as opposed to Facebook, which is just a big platform of everybody. So it's important to know whenever you are doing your marketing that to know who your demographic is and who you are advertising to. LinkedIn. So this is great for networking and referrals. I can tell you that when it comes to your LinkedIn profile page, you're not going to get a whole lot of like buyers and sellers with LinkedIn because that's really not its purpose, but it is really great to network with other industry professionals and then potentially get referrals that turn into buyers and sellers on LinkedIn. So it's important to have one of those profiles. And Twitter. Okay, so some people have Twitter, some people don't. But it's great for sharing real-time updates if that's something that you want to do. I totally leave Twitter kind of optional if you're going to do any type of social media, but you do you. So you can tweet about your new listings and market updates and in the life of a real estate agent. We don't get a whole lot of leads for buyers and sellers off of the Twitter platform, but it's always possible. So if you are a Twitter person or X or whatever it's called now, you may know how to use it in style. Got to be honest that I've tried Twitter. I didn't have much success with it, but it doesn't mean that you won't. So give her a try. All right, so let's talk about the last one, and that is the YouTube channel. All right, so YouTube is great for building content. So it's not really social media, but I figured it deserved an honorable mention because it does kind of tie in with everything else. YouTube is great for a resource to put those videos out there that you can use on social media. Last time we did this training, Facebook was blocking YouTube videos for whatever reason. I don't know. The girls were having a spat, but that has all been resolved. And now you can share links between Facebook and YouTube again. So I really think that it is valuable. You can do simple videos like informationals, market updates. You can do video walkthroughs. I love the educational stuff because then you're getting a lot of clicks from people that maybe you wouldn't traditionally know, and you're providing real valuable content. You can also include your YouTube videos as part of your blog on your agent website as well. So you put them right in, so you could have written blogs, or you could have blogs as well on your agent website, and you're directing traffic both ways. All right, some additional tips is consistency is key. Make sure that you are posting regularly. You want to make sure that your branding is consistent across all platforms. So if you are using banners for your social media pages, it is suggested that you use the same or similar banners. If you're using an agent headshot, make sure it is the same headshot or a very similar headshot. You wouldn't want to use two totally different ones because then you may look like two totally different people to people who do not know you that well. You want to make sure that you are staying consistent and that you're staying active and relevant on your social media pages. All right, that is all I've got for you on social media. And then, there's so much more to talk about, and I could sit here and I could talk all day, but we try to keep these trainings, down to 30, 40 minutes because I know all of you guys are busy. But can anybody give me any insight, advice, or some things they've done that have worked really well, or some things they've done really bad on social media? No, it's quiet. Jim, you still with us?
I have something.
Oh, yes, Abby.
Hold on. Me and Bree are together. We're running into technical difficulties. I've noticed with like my social media that it has to be something that the crowd likes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be of something of value for them to interact. So, but something of value can mean a lot of different things. It could be something that they're learning, or some photo that's appealing. It could be something that is funny, or something that brightens their day, or a current event. So your value on social media can mean a wide variety of different things. Jim, wanted to see if you would mind sharing your success with your ad on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, first thing I wanted to say about social media real quick is like everyone starts at zero, right? So that's okay. Just study the course and keep doing what you're doing, and establishing your brand, and just keep working at it, and eventually the likes, the comments, the followers will come along for your business and your brand. Okay. And then I just started my own campaign for Facebook ads and Instagram, and I just set the budget at $5 a day. So on average, I'm spending $150 a month, which is, like, for me personally, affordable, right? So, if you want to delve into ads, make it affordable. That way it's not painful for you, right? But at just $5 a day, I just started my campaign on both Instagram and Facebook, and I've picked up 6 buyers already. And so Christina had mentioned this in the sales meeting yesterday, and I thought it was very poignant about like the USDA leads. These leads need nurturing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, all 6 so far are first-time home buyers. So they have no idea, like they need your guidance. They need your professional guidance, so you have to kind of nurture them along, maybe with kid glove care. I had one of the buyers share with me, she's going under chemo treatments, and, so you have to be empathetic, sympathetic, towards their situation. So you have to nurture them, but, I've had you know, a lot of success in the past with Facebook and Instagram ads. So it may be an avenue that you may want to pursue just as another pipeline of business, you know, coming in for you, for your business. I set my geographic point in Westmoreland County up to 15 miles. And then I'm looking for buyers from the price point of $100,000 and up. So like no limit, could be multi-million or whatever. But my base was $100,000 and up. But you know, if you wanted to focus on 50,000 to $500,000, you could do that too. So you know, you set those parameters and go from there. The other thing about it is, though, I hired a AI virtual assistant, and so on my ads, so once they plug in their cell phone number, name, email address, which is all very important information. My AI virtual assistant text message them, okay? And then upon the second response from, you know, the lead, then I'm notified. So I know that they're already engaged. And then I jump in personally. The AI bot drops out, and then I just take over texting directly to them.
That's great.
So, yeah. So it's something I'm actually enjoying it, because I'm like, I know that, you know, these people are engaged, you know, it's just not, you know, someone just kicking a tire, you know. So
Mhm. No, I think that's a great idea. It helps you kind of like with speed to lead too. Like you hear, I don't care who you listen to or what YouTube video you pull up or what real estate coach. It's always speed to lead, which is true. You know what I mean? But
right.
those people that want immediate gratification, like if somebody doesn't reach out to them immediately, they're on to the next person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't take them more than 5 minutes, you know, to go to the next person. So I like the AI response, because at least you're getting a response out there. They may not respond immediately, but at least you're putting something out there. So those people who are, you know, the button clickers online, you know, are getting their responses within seconds.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And I think that would really help, like, as I'm sitting here thinking, like, really help you figure out who needs that immediate attention and who maybe does not.
Right. And with the script, with the AI bot, like they ask them, how many bedrooms, how many baths are you looking for, right? And then they respond back, like, this is what they're looking for. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you do a really great job with your social media branding. So,
thank you.
Welcome. So next week, we're going to be talking about developing your niche. For those of you who do not know what a niche is, it's kind of like a specialty in real estate. And most agents think that real estate is just about buying and selling, but that's a pretty big bubble term. You know, there's all kinds of things that you can do in real estate. And sometimes you go out and you plan for your niche, and sometimes your niche finds you. So we're going to talk about that next week. We're going to start looking into our own personal selves, see where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are, and how we can develop a specialty that is just as unique as all of you are. So I will see you here next week, same time, same place. But as always, I will stay on the line until everybody has left. So if anybody has any questions they didn't feel comfortable asking as a group, you can definitely hang on the line and ask me once everybody else is gone. So have an amazing rest of your day if I don't talk to you, and I will see you on the next training.
Thanks, Christina. Thank you.